Hey there, Duck fans. This is Sean Larson, and I'm Mary Popish, and this is Duck TV Sports.
And the men's basketball Civil War kicked off as the Ducks hosted the Beavers Saturday at Matthew Knight Arena. The Ducks looked determined on defense in front of a sold-out crowd of 11,219. Tony Woods, Olu Ashalu, and the rest of the Ducks D tallied 8 blocks in the first half, Ashalu with a career-high 3. When the bounce goes your way, take advantage. E.J. Singler nails a corner 3, nice pass by DeVoe Joseph. Later, Woods jams the orange, assisted by Garrett Sim. Oregon takes a 28-23 lead into the locker room after a huge putback dunk by Carlos Emery. The second half seemed like a different game altogether. After shooting an abysmal 27.6% in the first half, Oregon State outscores the Ducks 22-4. Roberto Nelson finds Ahmad Starks for a long-distance connection. Then, Nelson sets himself up for a chance at 3 the hard way. At this point, the Beavers' lead was 11, but Oregon would not go away. Joseph answers with his own bucket plus the foul. Garrett Sim gathers a rebound and throws it off the Beavers for another shot. E.J. Singler cuts the lead to 3, slicing it. Despite a strong effort from the Ducks down the stretch, second half sharpshooting proves too much for Oregon. The Ducks lose for the first time in 5 games, falling to a tie for 3rd in Pac-12.
I'm here with McLean and Chalice to talk about the men's team. They've had some surprising success in conference this year due to some veterans as well as some transfer players.
Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimated the effect that the transfer students have had on the Ducks offense this year. Specifically, Tony Woods in the key came from Wake Forest and has been a huge presence defensively and offensively. And then DeVoe Joseph from Minnesota leads the team in scoring and has just been a huge asset to the Ducks starting lineup.
Well, Chalice, the majority of the Ducks' offensive output really comes from 3 main players. You've got the forward, E.J. Singler. He can really do it all. He can shoot, he can drive the lane, he can get fouled. He's really proven effective at the line. He's second in the team in scoring with a little over 13 points a game and leading the team in rebounds. Then the backcourt, you've got the senior guard, Garrett Sim, excellent shooter from deep and a pretty good ball handler as well. He's averaging a little over 12 points a game. And then the other guard position, you've got the senior transfer, like you mentioned, DeVoe Joseph. He's really provided a great spark since he started for the Ducks, and
that starting lineup has been 6-2.
They have, and he's a little streaky at times, but he's a great playmaker and definitely a welcome asset to the Ducks on offense.
Oh, definitely.
All right, guys, so some veterans stepping up, some transfers stepping up, and that's led to a 6-3 overall record in the Pac-12. That's all we have here. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
And now for something a little bit different. On Saturday, the men's tennis team took on the 56th ranked University of Idaho. The Ducks defeated the Vandals 7-0, making it their first victory against a ranked opponent since March 27th of last year. With the win, the Ducks improved to 3-0 on the year.
And the first round of the women's basketball Civil War goes to the Beavers. Last Saturday, the Ducks headed to Corvallis and fell short by a final of 67-60. Amanda Johnson led the way for the Ducks with 16 points, followed closely by Nia Jackson, who finished with 12. Oregon gets a rematch when the Beavers travel deep in the woods on February 25th. Now, we'll kick it over to Connor Rank for Around the League.
Thanks, guys. This weekend was interesting to say the least for women's Pac-12 basketball. With it being rivalry week, undefeated and top-ranked Stanford took on Cal, who at the time was in second place, only 2 games back in the conference standings. China Okwuemeke scored a career-high 27 points as Stanford Cardinal win in a close one, 74-71 in overtime. This win extends Stanford's lead in the Pac-12 by 3 games over Cal and Arizona State. Next week, Stanford will look to give themselves an even bigger cushion as they take on Arizona State, and Cal looks to stay in the race as they head down to Tucson to play the University of Arizona. Both games are at 6:00 p.m. this Thursday. For Duck TV, I'm Connor Rank. Back to you guys in the studio.
Oregon men's club lacrosse hosted Western Oregon in a scrimmage on Saturday. The Ducks won 15-3 in a rout that showcased both offensive and defensive prowess. Oregon recently named Spencer Robertson and Nate Tuman as the team's captains. The Ducks head into the season looking to win their 3rd consecutive PNCLL championship. Oregon's regular season begins on February 11th against the Cal Golden Bears.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Be sure to tune in next week for the latest in Duck sports.